Do you want to walk around with massive, damage? Have you ever wanted to hear the moans of a deranged demon because you've never left your mom's basement? Do you want to one-shot people, but you just can't play 80 assassins or land skill shots to save your bronze for life? Well, welcome to a crap guide to every player's dark fantasy, Evelynn. At the beginning of Evelynn's life, she was just a shadow floating around Runeterra, until one Nazi Germany later, and that shadow got hooked on agony faster than a college student getting hooked on Adderall. This transformed the shadow into Evelynn. Evelynn's story can be summarized with one word.
Pain, 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 pain.
She's so obsessed with agony that she killed a man in front of his family so she can feed off their agony. Man, I'm saying agony a lot. Is there another word I can say?
Suffering.
She feeds on the suffering of her victims. But you didn't click on this video for in-depth analysis on the lore. You came here to make people rage quit after camping them. Like your rank, Evelynn's rune page is stiff with little changes. She always goes electrocute and sudden impact as they both work super well for her. The last two change depending on your playstyle. Eyeball collection is good for getting early AP from kills. I recommend it if you like running it down mid. But if you're a true Chad, you can go Zombie Ward or Ghost Portal. They help maintain vision control around the map and get bonus AP from it. For the Hunter rune, her best choice is Relentless. It lets you move faster around the map with the extra movement speed. Some people switch it for Ultimate Hunter, but some people also like to shake babies for a hobby. For secondaries, she usually goes Sorcery or Inspiration. In the Sorcery tree, she can go Nimbus Cloak, Celerity, Absolute Focus, Water Walking, and Gathering Storm. Nimbus Cloak, Celerity, and Water Walking help boost her movement speed. It's small, but it can lead to kills or sneaky getaways. Celerity also synergizes well with other aspects of her kit. Absolute Focus and Gathering Storm scale Evelynn into the late game monster she is. They boost her AP, making it easier to one-shot people. Although it's small, it can be the difference between getting a kill and screaming. In the Inspiration tree, Magical Footwear, Futures Market, Cosmic Insight, and Approach Velocity all give Evelynn boosts to her early game. I personally go creative for Futures Market and Magical Footwear. Like a Hispanic mom looking for deals, these two runes let you not worry about money. Magical Footwear gives you free boots at 11 minutes. You can get them faster by getting takedowns too. Futures Market lets you go into debt to buy items. This can be useful in buying control wards or getting items early. It's amazing on Evelynn as her item spikes are expensive. People come to me and ask, how should I build Evelynn? And I always say one thing. Damage. The tanks are harassing your backlines? Void Staff. The support's talking too much? Lichbane. The ADCs are getting too confident? Well, show them their place by stepping on their throats and Death Cap! In every matchup, you want to build damage.
But I keep getting deleted by the whole team. Why should I not build Zhonya's?
Because you're a support player. People who build these items are the ones that can fly too close to the sun and burn up. Your biggest item spikes, listed in no particular order, are your Mythic, Death Cap, Sorcerer's Shoes, Lichbane, and Darkseal. This is her general build. You can swap one or two things out, but overall this is the most effective build on her. You can upgrade the Darkseal into Magi's if you know what you're doing. Her passive heals whenever she gets low on health. She mainly uses it to heal while farming or right after disengage. It starts out as a baby heal, like your standards, but later on it heals your whole health and then some.
Wait, doesn't her passive make her invisible?
I was getting to it, you impatient piece of shit. Yes, her passive can make her go invisible when she reaches level 6. It's true invisibility, so you can dance around your enemies. But she can be revealed by control wards, sweepers, and anyone breaking the 6 feet rule. It takes a few seconds to activate her passive, so be careful while it's on cooldown. Try to move while you're invisible, as it's one of Evelynn's strengths. If Evelynn's seen anywhere on the map, the jungler and mid laner will focus on her hard. But Evelynn is experienced in taking multiple people at once, if you know what I mean. Her Q shoots a dart that can be recasted to shoot spikes at a target. If the dart hits something, then her next 3 attacks deal extra damage. This is her main damage tool, and you will learn to spam Q faster than a Fox player wave shining. Although the damage is small at first, later on it becomes a force to be reckoned with. Since her recast can strike multiple targets, try to hit as many jungle camps as possible. This will kill them faster, plus you'll get a heal for the extra damage. The add-on damage is not limited to her Q. It works on all her abilities and basic attacks. Try to use her Q as a way to proc your charm, as it can proc people right outside your invisibility range. In fights, try to use the extra damage on her 3 attacks to burst down your target and make them type GG Jungle Diff. Her W puts a curse on whoever she targets. This puts an indicator above them. After 2.5 seconds, the indicator reveals ugly people around the area, aka you. If Evelynn hits the target before 2.5 seconds, they're slowed by a huge 65%, although they can still use abilities and attack, so be careful. If she attacks them after 2.5 seconds, they're charmed, have their magic resistance reduced, and are forced to walk aimlessly towards you. The same rules apply to monster camps, but it deals additional damage if the charm is procced. When you know someone's gonna go by a bush, try and get behind them. Then, start charming them while they walk by you. They should automatically start to go to the bush to hide from you. Then, you can one-shot them.
Hey, can you throw me another percent?
In team fights, either try and focus on the carries and crush their confidence, or the tanks that already have their confidence ruined. Since the charm reduces the magic resistance of the target, it's a great way to start a fight. You can also use the slow to make sure your target doesn't run away. Her E lashes whoever you target. That's it, I don't have a joke for this one. It can be powered by her passive. It does more damage than the normal one and dashes to her target, but that's it. It's super simple. Like, I don't have to spoon feed you this. Figure it out, you're smart enough. Try to use it right after you charm someone with your Q to get close. Again, it's super simple, nothing special. In team fights, just like throw it out there. Her ultimate's like friend-zoning someone through text. It lets you execute your target while they're vulnerable and get away from any fight. Her ultimate should be used at the end of her combos to finish off her prey. And if you're a bravely player, an indicator will show up when your ultimate will kill them. You can also use it to get away from anyone that is chasing you. Quickly tell them Zimzalabim and jump over most walls in the game. You can also use it to chase down your prey, but if you do this, you deserve the death sentence.
Electric chair.
In fights, try to use it for the last possible second, as it could execute someone from other people's damage. Plus, it looks super stylish and tilts your opponents. Personally, I go QWE as the range and charm duration increases, but if their team is super squishy or have hard CCs to send me to hell, I go QEW. If you go WQE, you're war criminal to me. In the early game, you want to stay as safe as possible and farm. You can do an early gank, but set your expectations way lower, as the most you can get is a flash. Keep farming until level 6, because at this point, this is where Evelynn comes to shine. After you finish taking your camps, start to look for opportunities. If one lane is pushed up, you can easily go behind them and get a sneaky charm. This will either guarantee a flash or a kill, depending if your teammates are not brain dead. You can also invade the enemy jungle with your invisibility. You can seal the camps, but if you know that the jungler will rotate to them, you can get a free kill. If you're in a bush, like in every stealth game, the enemy cannot see you, regardless of distance or wards. Unless the enemy goes into the bush, you can steal the camp and kill them for free money. You should also try to play for objectives as soon as you have a lane advantage. But if your teammates have the IQ of a lane minion, then expect to be either pinging a lot or not doing dragons. During the mid game, try and farm and play for picks. Just like Valorant, as soon as you pick someone off, try and push the lane. This can guarantee turrets, larger objectives, or even a victory if you're quick enough. Try to take all of your farm though, because you want to quickly get your item spikes out of the way. In simpler terms, the higher this number is, the more this number should be. During the late game, you want to help push side lanes and secure picks. At this stage, your AP should be around 500, or what the US government calls a stimulus check. If it's higher, finish the game! You can easily kill people with a QE combo, and if that doesn't kill them, your ult will definitely kill them. You also do hefty damage to turrets and inhibitors, so pushing lanes should be a breeze. If it's lower, just farm more, stupid. After winning a team fight, your team should do Baron. You will need someone to tank it though, because Evelynn is like a glass doll. Pretty, has curves, but easily breakable if not careful. And that's everything. Now you know how to play League's Thoughtiest champion. If any of these tips helped you out, comment down below. And if you have more tips to give out, comment down below and I'll make sure to ping it. Anyways, have a magnificent day. Invaded again? Fuck!